pay so much. Minister, she's sleeping in parliament. And with that position, she's going to fall. When the minister would have fallen, she's still sleeping.
Honorable,
She's, I don't know what's happening.
that's not a point of order. Take a seat.
No. The minister is sleeping. You can't say that's not a point of order.
No, Josie,
Are you condoning people sleeping now?
Josie, have you...
This station rules the nation. Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. This station rules the nation. FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
Oh yeah, what a way to say good morning. This is the TBS, the True Breakfast Show, 1961, Encyclopedia, 96.1, in Bonn, Nimba County. This is Liberia's biggest breakfast show. Oh yeah. Good morning to the 15 counties in the land and breath of the Republic of Liberia. Bam, bam, bam. The love of liberty. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Indeed. Let justice be done for all. Yes. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. From Nimba to Lothar, from Lothar to Grand Judah. 12 days to the by-elections in Nimba, in Grand Judah. From Grand Judah to Grand Kidman County. Hey, the Mendes. Bua, B.A., Kayograma. Good morning, Bombing County. Babalu, good morning. River says, River G, Maryland County. Sino County. Hey, Grand Cool. I'm Friday on this show. Abonisha Tro. Good morning, Grand Bassa. Let's have a great time on the TBS. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts, Marka Davis. Together, we're going to have a breakfast straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. In the midst of all what we do. country first. Today is Thursday, and tomorrow is a national holiday. So it's a regular Thursday. So good morning, folks. Let's recognize some of you who are winning your details, watching us. Good morning, Excellency. Yes, I have to do so. Yes, it's good to respect our leader, whether we disagree in most of our arguments. But it's good to respect our leader. Yes, our leader must be respected. Good morning, Excellency. Before then, I know there is a great black president. Every now and then, people say, "Oh, it's greeting Josh." We are. I say, "Yes." Yeah, I used to say, "I'm black president." But now the sheriff in town is Yuba Boykai. It's good that we respect our leader. Good morning, His Excellency Joseph Yuba Boykai. Wishing good health this morning, wisdom, yes, and get the country going. You can't be in a country and wish bad for your country. I mean, we all will collapse. Despite we disagree, but we're not still in the country. What we wish for the worst thing to happen in this country. I mean, it's not possible. All right. Good morning, His Excellency. Good morning, the Vice President. The Chief Justice, and your good morning to you. Justice in Chambers. Yusuf Kaban, all associate justices, I'd like to say good morning. Member 55th, good morning. Yes, continue to do Liberian people work as you go to the section on today. The gallant men and women of the armed forces of Liberia would like to say good morning. The Liberian National Police, you know what, yesterday, the police started a new show called Inside the Police. Yes, it's a great work. I'd like to say good morning to all of our security apparatus, members of the opposition. Yes, good morning to you. Wish well for the country. I mean, you cannot reside in a country and you wish for the worst thing to happen to the country. I mean, that's why politicians in the U.S., despite the concede in the election, they'll tell you, say, God bless America and make the country great. This is not Liberia. Yes, God bless America and make America great. You'll hear this as usual throughout. And let's hope we can practice it. If Joseph Boyka is not doing the rightful thing, you can criticize it, but the country cannot go down because then we all will crumble. Yes, good morning. Let's recognize some of our folks on the Facebook. Those of you joining your details. Thank you so much, Orange, the biggest GSM company is proud to present the True Breakfast Show. 96.1, 12 days of that election coming up in 12 days in Nimba County. Yes, it's a senatorial by-election there. I'm hearing Yantuan is one of the favorites in that by-election. Then in Grand Junior County, there's also another by-election in District 1. So the National Elections Commission says 12 days to go. Let's have motivation. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from posting themselves than it is to dialogue, dislodge them after they got possession. Yes, Bobby Blue Addison fill us in with our morning motivation. Real knowledge is obtained through education of the mind and the heart and the spirit. Good morning motivation. Let's recognize some of our folks. Marka is walking through the camera lane for confirmation hearing. After getting a great letter last night. Yeah, let's recognize some of you putting your details quickly. Yes, then we'll bring on the incoming. Nah, man. The incoming, you'll be represented there.
Not yet.
Okay.
You know, that job, that retirement job,
With all.
there are young people running into it these days.
Okay.
You know, you have to,
You mean a lawmaker job is a retirement job?
yes,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
even though some people would not like to hear that, but,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you have to exhaust your energy,
Mm-hmm.
what you have learned, what you have to offer. You have to do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe around 50, 60, then you can run to be a lawmaker.
Mm.
And then you sit in that house and make decision.
Okay.
The reason is you would have had a lot of experience
Already.
in life, in the private sector, in the public sector. You know things that affect the people. But now, 33-year-old man, you will look at that man, he made lawmaker. He just open that man in Germany, but I don't know.
Mm.
You know,
Be careful. The
Let
young
it-
people that are in
let them get best. That means saying that.
So we all are contesting.
if you're going to be if you're going to become lawmaker,
I mean, lawmaker or new rappers.
how much
District 18
how much
lawmaker.
experience
Mhm.
how much experience you have carried to that house
Yeah.
in terms of the day-to-day happenings
Professionally.
no, professionally you have done well.
Yeah.
When I say experience, it's not just I mean the touching things in the district, in the community, in the country at large, how our concession agreement affecting our people in different
my
places.
supporter my car for you the money.
You know,
So I put the call leader.
so as it is now on you,
Mhm.
since when you contested, was it
2018.
okay 2018?
Yes.
So you see, from 2018 to 2024, you have learned and experienced a lot of things now, things that you didn't know before you know now.
So I can be a good lawmaker now.
You stay in the process.
Yeah, but
You can be, yes.
I different from Jacob DB there who is lawmaker.
You know,
Super mobile there.
the thing about democracy, that's what it is. One majority of the people want you, you get it. I mean, it doesn't matter, but people should gain some wealth of experience in life, both in the public and private sector. You know, to represent the people, it means you should know the people issues. You understand what I mean? Yes, you know, that's why it is.
But I think the professional should take charge. If Liberia will upgrade the professional in every sector, the professional must take charge from health,
yeah.
education, just everywhere. Let the professional take charge of the country. Yes. Let's burn a few data. Those of you burning our data watching us this morning. This is the True Breakfast Show. Till 6:01, it's a minute up to 8 o'clock before Micah do the lineup quickly. Kato Flomo say good morning. I'm watching you guys live this morning from District 6. Thanks so much for the TBS. Kato Flomo, Wilson David. I said let's go. Wilson David, good morning. Jerry K. Jobber. Saying following from the Soul Clinic resident. Thank you so much for following. Purity Jackson. Yes, I'm watching from Carisburg. Good morning to you. Purity. Prince H. Coy says, yeah, thank you so much. Always follow TBS. Frank Washington. Good morning. The True Breakfast Show. Jizo. Oh, I don't make a nickname. Anyway, yes, let's move on quickly with 4 or 5 more. Momalu S. Akwe. Very live from Grand Kidman County. Yes, good morning to you. Noah CLL, formerly back on the Blue app. Yes, at long last. Noah Ella, good morning. Very from Soul Clinic, our dear sister watching this morning. Conan Cone, following from District 1 in Ganta. Yes, good morning to you. Conan Olivia Nuan, Prince Kamara. Yes, good morning. Ahmed Hammer for his pirate bureau, his small bureau in Magibi County. Okay, Derek they say the law required that a candidate for the House should be 25 above.
Well,
and the Senate should be
I
30,
get time for law.
30 and above.
I get time
The
for
law is
I
the
get
law.
time for that law.
The law is the law.
I'm giving you my opinion.
In a Musa ability voice. The
law
law is the law. That thing took over the whole
Oh yeah,
social media.
the law is the law.
I don't know how Musa came out with that thing, go.
Yeah, it was during the tension with
Yeah.
the Liberty Party at the time.
Musa just posted one time.
When he was always going to the court
Yeah.
or going to neck, and each time the man go neck will say you are correct.
Yeah.
When the court say you are right.
Yeah, look how my man, the law is the law. That thing took the whole social media
The law is the law.
and came out with something new again, ball bounce.
Ball bounce. I don't understand.
I don't know what Musa can do. They can't do it.
Why is ball bounce?
Ball bounce. So all the comments, if you go to Musa Benete
It's
comment,
almost like the ordinary thing we can say ball bounce story change.
that's what I come to.
Okay.
Go to all the comments, you'll see ball bounce. Everybody commenting, story change. What is the meaning of that?
So I think it means that in the course of the campaign and stuff, people had different kind of expectations. At the end of the day, the thing you're fighting for is happy now. The whole thing, your expectation is not
Ball bounce.
what's actually happening. So the ball bounce is story change.
Yes, before Mike got to the lineup, congratulations to FC Barcelona.
I was just waiting for
No,
you.
man, no. But let me just say this. The reason why you saw there was no shot on target for Kylian Mbappe, no assist, no creating of goal, nothing for Kylian
What
Mbappe.
happened in the forehead?
No. The reason here is from the coach.
Okay.
Yes, there's an internal thing happening within PSG.
Ready?
Yeah, bulk of the games he's been substituted throughout. So something is playing, though you decide to leave at
Because
the end of the
they want to
season.
go to Madrid now.
Uh-huh.
So they want to build a team
Yes.
with Mbappe, right?
Yeah, they're building a team without him. So
Yeah.
he personally now I mean, something deep is happening within Paris in Germany. So this is one to call them not qualifying ahead of Barcelona.
When you will not get time for that one. Oh,
no, but explain it.
Oh, we know for that. What I think happened is that didn't happen because I would not know that story.
In fact, should have winning goal King anything year go boom.
Yeah.
So
So why Dembele will become so angry with all of that?
to celebrate. No, I wouldn't have done so. Yeah, he scored and
No,
celebrate.
but not on Luna.
No.
The man is a free man.
If I was playing for Invisible 11, right?
If it was me, I was going to celebrate. You know what?
Okay.
You had a diamond in your hand and you say they didn't looking at that. You trying to get away.
No, I can't celebrate.
No, Dembele celebrate.
Yes, I don't know
I
why.
miss Dembele a lot.
You missing?
Oh yes.
No, but
That man is a great player.
He was not treated unfairly before leaving the club. I mean, there are many players who just hold a hand and say, "Sorry, I owe you to this club now, but this happened already." Anyway,
Chief, the ball was nothing.
so you should celebrate.
Yes.
I mean,
That man celebrate.
I can celebrate for a film more than 30,000 fans and cheering me. Then I score against them. I'll just put my hand
Even
up.
though Rafinha scored 2 last night, but Rafinha is not better than Dembele.
Ready?
Yes. I'm begging you.
What's one I bet injury throughout?
He may struggle with injury, but Rafinha is not better than Dembele. And the Barcelona fan, I can
Remember, I
challenge
scored
them.
Ramadan Day again. So as the man scored, Martin here still phone to call. I said, man, this is not Arsenal playing. Leave me. Yeah, you're watching good football.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, this is the Breakfast Show 96.1, the collaborating political part of the CPP. You know, this agreement is signed. There'll be a major review of this agreement on today. There'll be a press conference of the framework,
Okay.
the Liberty Party and the ANC. So on yesterday, make it 1 year
Okay.
since they signed this framework document.
Okay.
The CPP, making the CPP, the
So-
Liberty Party and the ANC. If they'll continue, who knows? So
Yeah.
they have a major press conference.
So most likely they are being behind closed doors discussions and they have reached an agreement. So they want to announce the agreement to the public. Maybe.
They ain't bring on True. They haven't invited True Breakfast Show. We're just saying. So you know, send us a formal invitation. The CPP people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Go ahead.
April 11th today. Health tips come on shortly with David Coty this morning, and following the health tips, will bring you the review of the local dailies. And in our studio chat this morning, just ahead of the West African Examination Council's exam, some high schools have started to collect project fees money. The show have several letters given to students for project fees. They project fee. I want flexibility fee. They not the project fee.
We got school letters here already.
I say
Yeah.
yes. Again, we'll highlight some issues. Major work at BWR, the Booker Washington Institute. One of the biggest institutions in the country, especially when it comes to skill training programs as well as academics. So we'll talk about BWR this morning. BWR has made tremendous progress over the period of time, especially since 2018 up to present. So we would love to highlight some of the work they are doing over there. The head of the institution, the principal and CEO at Harris Tanu is the head of that institution. We'll talk about that. Again, Western Cluster Liberia causing serious pollution in Bomi County. We keep talking about this. The view there, everybody talking about resolution. But these people, other people are being done injustice in Bomi County. You polluting the air for the people, you polluting the water, polluting the environment for the people. You are giving an injustice on that area. You don't want to get injustice. We're talking about it, and nobody wants to talk about it. We'll talk about it again this morning. 8:15, we bring you the segment up to your leader, give you the opportunity to call and make your point on some of the discussions this morning. 8:30 to 9:15 this morning, a team from the Liberia Revenue Authority, the LRA, will be here with us this morning to discuss some revenue issues this morning as regularly. And at 9:15, Q Sports Entertainment Commercials brought to you by Orange Liberia, our prime sponsor of the show. At 9:20 to 10 o'clock, Professional Education Association of Liberia, a team from there will sit with us on the last segment of the show to talk about education on the TBS this morning. Everything cannot be politics. We need to be talking about health, education, and other. So this morning on the last segment of the show, we'll be talking about education. In the midst of all Country first.
Conjure first.
This is the breakfast.
You was what Professor Kiddo said? No. No, Prof, let hold on. I want to hear Mutabeleze me interpretation of the ball bass. But let's take help. Let me forward what Professor Kiddo said. Yeah, let me forward it to you. The ball bass thing.
It's not for air.
I don't know. Let's read it off. Let David go if he didn't do his self tape.
Yeah.
Because then I want to job the man again now. Yeah, if we don't do the help
Okay,
tape with the man,
absolutely.
yeah, you'll feel bad. Yeah, before something happened to David Cote, let's bring David Cote on. Let him do his help tape. Yes, good morning, Abbas. Reactionary tendency. Mara and Clara. Amanda.
Oh, Aweto.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask the both of you. When was the last time you did your blood pressure to know your status?
Last night.
Oh, that's all right. Very high or stable?
Stable.
Okay, high blood pressure is our topic today. If you are one of those who don't care to check and control your blood pressure always, then be prepared to heart attack or kidney failure. I'm serious about this. A lot of people today are passing around the streets and they got high blood pressure, but don't know. And the only way you can know is to go to the hospital and check it. All right. High blood pressure is when your heart is pushing harder to get blood around the body. You know, when you're forcing something and it can't go through, you know, the SKD stampede that happens sometimes back. When you're supposed to just plug, go and get to the field, 1,000 persons on the board at the same time, what would happen? There will be a problem. The stem will break down. Now, high blood pressure is terrible. When it happens to you, when that thing happens, when the arteries or the vessels or the vein bursts or gets blocked because the heart is forcing the blood through the vein, what will happen is that when it gets blocked is that it will lead to brain attack or stroke. Blood will not travel to the brain. Once the blood does not travel to the heart and the heart muscles, that will surely be what we call brain attack or stroke. Once blood not going to the brain because the vessel is broken already, the vein is broke already, or it's blocked. Blood not going to the heart. Once blood does not go to the heart muscles, it will be heart attack. And if you bad luck it will become cardiac arrest. And cardiac arrest is the worst one. That simply means malfunction of the electricity of the heart. Or to put it simply, your heart stops working. And I have told you 1,000 times, when your heart stops working for several minutes, you are dead. I didn't say several hours or several weeks. Several minutes, you are dead. And when blood does not go to the brain because there's a blockage, or because the arteries are broken or burst, you will have what we call brain attack or stroke. Now, high blood pressure is, it doesn't usually have symptoms. But when it gets worse, now you start feeling one or two problems like shortness of breath and all those kind of things. So some of the causes of high blood pressure are diabetes, obesity, and lack of exercise. So I want to advise you, please go and check your pressure today. It's very simple to do so. Check your pressure today. Remember this. It is important to have an adequate and consistent sleep schedule. This is something many people overlook. I have told you this, and I'll continue to come to it from time to time. You must be able to sleep for 7 to 8 hours a day. At night. That's very important. You must do it. It is not something by your own choice. It's something you must do. Because if you don't do it, there will be health complications, some health conditions, some problems. You got to do it. Number two, you must be consistent in your sleep. You must have a consistent sleep schedule. You can't go to bed till 8 o'clock and wake up 4 o'clock the next morning. The next day, you go to bed 10 o'clock and wake up 5 o'clock. It's inconsistent. It will give you some serious problem. And stop taking naps in the day. If you take a nap in the day, it will disrupt your sleep time. Because you're supposed to sleep for 7 to 8 hours. But you took a nap for 3 hours. Once you go to bed at night, my friend, it will disrupt you. Some people are lucky to take a nap and still sleep for their normal 7 to 8 hours. So you must follow the rules if you want to live a good life. If you don't follow the rules concerning sleep, this will happen to you. Poor
mental health. You have a problem thinking properly. Number two, you have type 2 diabetes, or it would even lead to death. I go to bed 10:30 every night and wake up 6:30 in the morning. So please do the same thing, or else you will blame yourself. Thank you very much.
Oh yes, they're quoted with our health tip.
Let me just
What do you want?
just one thing, please.
Mhm.
They nominated somebody already to the Central Bank House Command.
No. But the president was saying they know
I play you won't go again.
nobody there yet.
It's still reserved for you.
Your own nominate, no need for confirmation.
Mm-hmm. No, you first family already now.
So I got to look to the Central Bank House.
Okay. Allah shall start looking for you.
All right, let's see if we can bring you the review of the local dealers, what's making news on the breakfast show this morning. Okay, so let's bring you the review of the local dealers, what's making news from the print media. We'll start out with the hot pepper on the newsstand for $40 Liberian, the front page of the hot pepper newspaper. Investigate Yeke. We're saying this. The plenary instructs rules, order, and administration committee to investigate why Yeke Kolubai, because of the statement. He says, if anyone kills me, I will kill Joseph Boyka. He did the NSA to go and arrest him. Yeke Kolubai is captured on the front page of the hot pepper. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Commerce Ministry announces new price ceiling for petroleum products. They want on the paper.
Again.
On the paper. I mean, Muna, this is just on the paper. All right, grab a copy. Let's go to the back page. What the back page have? The back page, President Boyka declares Friday as a National Fast and Proud Day to be observed as a national holiday. The President Joseph Boyka has been captured here on the back page. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning.
So let's go for the analyst newspaper. The lead story on the front page. Illegal hearing is a question mark. Senate committee defines court interview saga attempts confirmation of NASCO nominee. The photograph of the president pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, Yomlikanga Lawrence, is captured on the front page of the analyst newspaper. The sub-lead story, CSA chief calms nerves, calls on civil servants with PAN bleach not to panic. The photograph also of Josiah Jokai is on the front page to the back page. Stand applauds Senate endorsement of War and Economic Crimes Code, urges swift passage of Act for Special Court. Stand is the new organization established by Mama Molu. Okay. I like yeah. So prosecution admits wrong against Gracious Right, promises to follow due process next time. Well, it's another story. Superintendents proposed US $1 million for county development budget, says 200,000 not enough. Okay. Yeah, that's it for the analyst.
Let's go to the Independent. How many more days to the 100 days of the president? 20 days to go. The countdown of Joseph Boyka, 100 days. It's been counted by the Independent newspaper. 20 days to go. The front page of the Independent newspaper. Snow talks tough on U.S. role in Liberia. Senator Evan Melvin Snow of Bombing County has been captured here. On the front page, Snow talks tough on U.S. role in Liberia. Also wanted Senator, been dragging Western Cluster. Yeah, the energy who saw Aaron Snow, in Chambers, we will not see energy with the Senator. Yes, with Western Cluster. Snow talks tough. Yes, he spoke his mind with all fear. I mean, how many senators will do this kind of thing? I'm sure you can do this with the same thing with the serious pollution being caused by Western Cluster. It's on the front page of the Independent. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Let's go to the back page. What's the back page? America salutes Senate. Says it's time for accountability to begin. Yes, Senate Pro Tem Yomli has been captured here on the back page of the Independent newspaper. And more women Newborn baby die in delivery room. Hey man, a silent war intensifies. A silent war ends the back page of the
Yes,
Independent.
so finally, the front page Africa. The banner headline say what LEC intends to do as the country continues to face nerve-wracking power outages. The Liberia Legislative Corporation outlines its current status, challenges, and plans. What LEC intends to do, that's on the front page of the Front Page Africa newspaper. Another sub-lead story on the front page questioning the LACC integrity, how someone's current former LACC bosses Zoe and Martin over leaked asset declaration documents of ex-President Weah, questioning the LACC integrity. Yes, the House summons current and former LACC bosses, Councillor Zoe and Councillor Martin, over leaked asset declaration documents of ex-President George Weah. Yeah, that does it for the Front Page Africa newspaper.
Leak assets.
Yes.
It's not for public viewing.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
the argument has been, I think the former boss said that the president,
The may comes to the mountains now.
yeah, I think he said the president, either the not declare, the current boss said the president declare, and this document.
So who's telling the truth?
So that's why they are calling them to the House of Representatives to go and explain.
All right. So lastly, from our end this morning, the New Republic on a newsstand for $50 Liberian snow blasts U.S. over war crimes, war and economic crimes. Co-senators Melvin Snow is captured on the front page of the New Republic. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Uncle chops nephew for sleeping with his wife. Hey, that one's a bad one. Anyway. Yes, read the full War Crime Code resolution on page 6 and 7 of the New Republic. Ends the review of the local dailies right here on the Jew Breakfast Show with 19 minutes down, 8 o'clock. Yes, we're screening over time, so we won't take more point, but our key focus will be on, one of the best institutions still running in Liberia, the BWR. But quickly, let me just warn most of these high school, all right? The West African examination, WAEC. The third graders, the sixth graders, the ninth graders, they are all about to sit WAEC beginning from next week. Today, just a warning. There are schools who are sending letters out to parents asking for the fee called project fee. And this class project fee, some of the letters we have from schools, some of them $80 US, some of them $120 US for class project. Let's give them for today. We got have some schools here. The next thing we'll do, we'll call the Ministry of Education to move into your institution. Why are you asking for project fee?
$80 project fee.
$80 project
outside
fee.
of the graduation fee.
It's outside, yes. In this difficult country in called Liberia, the school fees you have to pay is not even there. You're calling for a project fee. Just stop it.
$80.
Those of you who have received the letters, who want the parents, there is something we call the PTA, the Parents Teacher Association. When you go for this meeting, you raise this thing up. When you call for a PTA meeting, please attend. The parents, the teachers, that's the association right there. You raise it up. The schools, let me just hold this communication marker and let's go to our BWR. It's just a warning. The project fee, just stop it. Otherwise, else we'll tell the new minister the parents can live up to this.
Yes, so again, PTA attend, make your import. Don't sit behind the door. After the board made a decision, you'll be complaining.
Yeah, the project fee.
So this morning we try to throw some lights on the Booker Washington Institute. From time to time I've been going to BWR covering a lot of their events, especially from 2018. And we have come to realize the kind of efforts that the current management team has placed over there from 2018. And again, let's say kudos to many of our development partners, countries who continue to support Liberia in various sectors, but this money will focus on technical and vocational training and education, or education and training, which is TVET. From 2018 up to now.
Got the BWR.
Yes.
Okay.
from 2018 up to now across the country. These partners, including the European Union, the Swedish government, the government of Germany, the French government, and the Japanese government, and others, have been able to invest over 300 million into vocational training in the country since 2018. These things have been through the good work of some of these people who are the sector leaders. With specific focus on the Booker Washington Institute. There have been a lot there over the period of time. Like I said, I've visited that place for the past almost 7 years now. I always go there when there are events. I'm invited. I always move in. And you know, as a journalist, if I am going to be there to cover events there, I'm not only going to go record a speaker. I am going there to see what is actually happening there, whether BWI is on the right trajectory, whether the management team is doing the right thing, and then we'll come and report these things. But over the period of time, I can say that the current management team, headed by the principal and CEO, Attorney Harris Tano, has been doing extremely well at the Booker Washington Institute, which have seen even increase in the number of students. There are a lot of breakthrough achievement that have been done over there. The reason I'm raising this Booker Washington Institute thing, let me just be bold with it, is that, you know, I have been following, I've been listening, you know, Margibi is right here, and people are trying to like do politics with every institution in the country. And there are certain institutions, or there are certain sectors in which politics should not be played. The health sector, the education sector, the security sector. These places should not be about politics. New administration, people want come out to say, the new administration, this person working in the old administration, so they should be changed. No, we cannot always do that. I remember after the transition in 2018, there were people who became critical again of BWI on political lines and all of that. But because of the level of work that Attorney Harris Tano did at BWI, the work spoke for itself. And again, he was retained. And after he was retained at that institution, the level of work that had been done over the last period of time can speak for itself. Again, we want to call on the authorities that be to ensure that the level of progress at BWR is on course, and we believe there's no need for change, especially from the top at the Booker Washington Institute. I know the kind of structure that is at BWR. You and I know you've been to BWR.
Yeah.
There was no time that you saw a stand around that BWR fee, even though it's a project done by the institution, the alumni, and all of those. But the innovation that has been, you know, exhibited at the level of that institution is huge. And we believe that if we find people who are institution builders, we should be around these people. We cannot chase our best only because of politics.
Sure.
You understand? If you go into the health sector because of politics, you say, oh, the other person here is the head, that thing they play the person, we're here doing CDC, not the other person. Who are you bringing? If you go to the education sector, you go on the other side, you say, oh, administration, this person was working. Let's take this person from there. Who are you bringing?
Yeah, so just to trip here, I mean, I'm following well. Something described the Habel College.
Yeah.
Politics, good morning, His Excellency Joseph Boycott. Politics you see today, Habel College is down, is because of politics. Politics in education, it don't work. In health, it don't work. Today you see Habel College is still struggling, it's a similar thing. So Anthony Harris Tanu have been able to hold on BWR, the Booker Washington Institute. Do you know how many graduates BWR have across the country and still maintaining with all of the challenges?
Sure.
Remember when some point in time, President Barker now, during his interview, made a promise.
Yeah.
And let's hope we can take all that piece out where he said he can turn BWR into an IT institution. His Excellency, this administration, the current administration, we don't bring things on. I mean, it's the same way we did with Sarah Bessel, a good foreign minister.
Yeah.
Politics should not destroy the management team at the BWR. That's what messed up Habel College. One time, I drove from the city straight to Habel, man. When I got down, the students lock everybody up in the ballroom. I was in in Hanoi County asking people. Everybody saying their own thing, and the vice president, the principal, and the deputy couldn't pull and back and forth. This should not happen with the BWR. This team is a well-structured team. Only needed a full support. Let's rebrand the BWR with this current management team with all of the great programs.
There are a lot that are being done over there. So again, like I said, because of politics, we cannot chase our best from or institution builders, like I will call them, whether in the health sector, in the education sector, in the security sector, wherever sector. If we find people who are doing, that's why sometimes I wonder why even Estelle Liberty was removed at LBS.
LBS, yeah.
Because when there are people in institutions that are performing, leave them there.
Leave them.
You understand? So I want to make a call onto the legislative caucus in Marka County. We are getting information that some people are trying to push some members of the caucus, whether that one person or two or three. Okay, we will investigate that. But the name that I'm getting is District 3 Representative Ellen Ator.
Okay.
I'm getting information that she's trying to make recommendations and all of that. I think BWR is growing significantly in terms of student enrollment, staff training
programs.
We have come to understand that TVET teachers have had the opportunity under this administration of BWR. Some doing local training here, some have gone to other countries to do training. Some went to South Africa, some have returned. And I mean to build the capacity of the teaching staff and the faculty and to deliver the best. I mean, revenue generation at BWR has increased over the period of time. We have been following. And each time we go to programs over there, you will see the board chair, you will see the education minister, the youth and sports minister.
They'll all attend.
Yes, they attend.
Y'all see the comeback for
and these progress will be listed and they will see them for themselves. Improvement in the workshops at BWR and all of these things that are being done. I'm not just sitting on radio and singing it. These institutions, the stakeholders in the institutions, people who are on the board, they have seen some of these things and they have made a commitment to continue to work with the current management team headed by Anthony Harris Tano.
I think this deserves another time. So
yeah,
in 2 minutes before link up with the guy for LRA, this deserves more.
Yeah.
You know, there are some replacement in government. I can't get over it anyway. Like you see the ACA, Imara Lomax did everything. Even LBS, Estelle Liberty.
Yeah.
That lady have done everything at LBS. There's nothing different.
Very professional.
Professional. You know, the professional must still be in charge. Please. Those of you trying to replace this man, I mean, you'll be making a serious mistake. This deserves another shot for tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
sure.
we're going to do telephone line with this one. This deserves another shot. Our professional, because of politics, should not be removed from positions, man.
Yeah, so
it deserves another shot for tomorrow.
Because of the time, we will stop here tomorrow. We'll bring like the commentators will say, play-by-play description of some of the things there, so that because we want to elect President Marka again. You are a leader with wisdom, with age, with experience. Don't be moved by some of these political decisions. That political decisions force on institutions today. For example, the National Bureau of Concession.
The Bureau of Concession because of politics.
Yes, politics. You go there, that place is dead. You don't put people somewhere because of other people's interest. Forget it.
Marka, this deserves another shot.
Yeah, Representative Ator, I think
it is a lurch, right?
Yes, you need to work with BWR. I have attended all of BWR events. All the invitations they have extended to you, you have never attended one of the events. You always send in process.
Ready?
Yes, I've never seen her at BWR.
Okay.
But for me to start getting information that she had interest, she making recommendation for somebody to go at BWR. Well, we'll investigate it no more, but I don't think she's doing that. It cannot be true.
No,
I think that's just gossip. Yeah, I don't want to believe it.
Let's say in the air.
Yeah.
So it's alleged that she's trying
to recommend.
But that shouldn't be so. I think the president
will dig deeper.
Work with this current administration and let's keep and live. We can take our professional off for era where most of the people don't even participate in the election, your politics and everything.
Yeah.
The professionals should still remain in charge, for God's sake.
Exactly.
That mean, when I pass through LBS, I see
So
a story is all Marka. I can be thinking, I say,
eh,
wow.
then they go take way, but they go stand the brush. What are you trying to prove? Are you trying to say that FBS was not neat,
Hey,
was not clean?
my man went,
That's not true.
my man went live and all.
That is not true. You go give way to professional people that every time they be brushing.
Is it that?
And what kind of thing that's so?
You don't know it all.
You don't know it all. Man.
All right,
We don't
good.
laugh.
Yes, let's. So the folks from the Library of Revenue Authority. I mean, as I anticipate three prices, but I want to see Ambrose here, so I feel we're gonna start with Ambrose this morning. In fact, we're gonna be relay on the voice of Liberia, 104.1, Joy FM 101.5, Bana FM, Cool FM, Radio Bourgeois, Spoon FM, and of course Punch FM, all relaying this live broadcast this morning. This is the True Breakfast Show. My name is O'Neill, along with Marka. We have Ambrose Borny. He's the manager, modernization and transformation, domestic tax department, the Revenue Authority. Good morning to you, Ambrose. Welcome to the True Breakfast Show. How you doing this morning? Okay. Yeah. So, well, hold on. One of the team member, just living through. Yes. Instead of him walking through the
But
camera,
he's sounding reluctant.
Ambrose.
How are you this morning, Chief?
Ambrose. I mean,
Okay.
the phone can collect money. These are you should have customer care, that kind of attraction.
No, that's the issue. They
Collect
collect money. They get wait, they didn't get money. They be acting quiet, but they want the public to say they people come collect money again, so they'll be behaving jealous. They're cool some kind of way, but we'll still bring the money in, the money out of him this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lawful morning. Yeah, it's a lawful day. Oh, you didn't see the paper? Yeah, that's a good one. So Ambrose is along with let me see if I can get it. Aaron Tai, is that Aaron in there? James Kokolo, manager banking services, taxpayer services division, the Revenue Authority. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Okay. Yes, LRA, in fact. Any of you can come in.
So the LRA is doing good. We are stretching the staffs at LRA to ensure that we collect the lawful revenue, and like our Commissioner General regularly iterate that we want to hit the revenue to $1 billion. And then so we are struggling, and then we are putting into place all the necessary technology and all the necessary processes and procedures, and trying to close all the revenue leakages so as to reach that billion mark.
Yes.
I mean, that information pop up in the media. People was like 1 billion. Is that possible? How is it? Can you achieve that before going to our main discussion?
Okay. Yeah, so the point of discussion this morning is actually the I don't know what you call it, LITAS. That is the Liberia Integrated Tax Administration System. That's what we're about to talk about. So give us a breakdown of what is this LITAS, if that's it.
So LITAS is the Liberia Integrated Tax Administration System. It's a new system that was purchased by the Liberia Revenue Authority. Is a customized off-the-shelf system. That is, we bought the system from the developer, and then we asking the developer to domesticate it. Domesticated by that I mean to tweak the system in a way that it meet our context, and that it will fit in our rules, our regulations, as well as easing in the processes and procedures for our taxpayers to ensure compliance. So this system, we've been using the system since 2022. We brought up all of the large taxpayer on the system in 2023. We brought up all of the medium tax and small taxpayer onto the system. So as at now, we have all of our taxpayers using the Liberia Integrated Tax Administration System. We have closed all of our legacy systems. We initially have the online e-filing system. that online e-filing system now has been shut down. We no longer use the online e-filing system. All other auxiliary systems that we had, we have also shut them down. So the only system that is in use by the domestic tax department for the purposes of collecting inland taxes is the Labor Integrated Tax Administration System.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I mean it's a new system introduced into the public.
You want to tell us how the payment platform works?
So again, the essence of introducing this system is to ensure that we have people complying. And by that, for people to comply, you must make the system as user friendly as possible and reduce the complexity that will ensure that people find joy in using the system and being compliant. So, like initially we were in semi-autonomous platforms
Mhm.
where you will take hard copies of your
Mm.
to the commercial bank window,
Okay.
or the taxpayer can use the online platform if the commercial bank for which the taxpayer is a customer of has an online platform. And because of the interfacing we have between the LRA and that of the commercial banks, once the taxpayer pulled in the payment slip number on the system,
Mhm.
the bank platform will automatically call our system with the details of the transaction. So this is where the benefit comes in.
Mhm.
Now, in a manual system, if you have your bank slip and you go to the commercial bank to the teller, you have to fill up a form.
Okay.
In the process of filling up the form, there are possibilities that you can have an error. You can omit some essential information, and by omitting that essential information, we'll now have to do reconciliation, because if the bank tell us cue in the wrong information, obviously the TT will not hit the LRA. Then we'll have to be going back and forth in terms of reconciling before we can get that payment straightened up, and then you can have your receipt. Now, with the interfacing, once the taxpayer takes the document number to the bank teller queue in that information. The interface will allow all of the details that is on our system to come up to the bank teller system. Now, when that happens, the bank teller is only left with just processing the transaction by queuing the amount that you are paying. So it saves the bank teller the whole time to re-queue in the information that we already have on our system. It also saves the taxpayer the time of waiting for that bank teller to queue in more of the system. It also saves the bank and the LRA the issue of data integrity, because the system, because someone is not manually importing the system and it's being shared electronically, it saves commission and errors in the database. Now, once that is done, the bank teller process the transaction. Obviously, in real time, the receipt is generated from the LRA system. Once the receipt is generated from the LRA system, there are two ways the taxpayer can access the receipt. In real time, the bank teller will print the receipt from the system and issue the taxpayer if the taxpayer is in person. And the taxpayer will also have the receipt on her portal, like I said earlier. the taxpayers have already given a portal for which they can access our system. So whatever that is done on behalf of the taxpayer in our system, obviously the taxpayer is alerted to it. So if there is transaction in our system, or if there's payment on our system, the taxpayers get an alert on that payment, and a receipt is also sent to the taxpayer portal for which he or she can pull it and print it if he or she wants. So this payment system is, in simple terms, trying to make life easy for all of us.
Okay.
All of us in the triangle, the taxpayer, the bank, as well as the LRA.
Making it easier.
Have they been done with all commercial banks, the integration?
No, currently we have not integrated with all the commercial banks. We have just few of them yet, but we are right now in the phase of completing the integration with majority of them. Hopefully, before we get to the middle of this month, we will be done with majority of them, and we'll be rolling out the process through those banks. There are some banks that we won't really be able to have it done with right now because they have their own capacity issue when it comes to their system. But as time goes by, we will keep engaging them until we can have it done. This system is even going to roll over to the mobile money payment companies as well. So we don't just want to limit it just to commercial bank. We want to create a wide avenue where taxpayers we have easy access to having their taxes filed and paid. The goal here is to reduce what we call compliance cost. Before you have a taxpayer running from one institution to another, they'll come to LRA, get a bill, they take the bill to the bank and do a manager's check, and then they have to take that manager's check either back to LRA or to central bank to pay. So there's a whole lot of cost involved in that area, and also these are business people we are talking about. All right, the time is of essence to them. We don't want them leaving their businesses and running around and things. So we just want to make sure that they can have easy access to having their taxes filed and paid, and not only by filing and payment, but they also will have access to a platform where they can go and review their tax history. They can go there and know what their balances are, what their liabilities are, and in case of any information that they will need for future purposes, maybe they be audited, or maybe they have a partner that they want to collaborate with and they want to provide information to that partner, they just got to get into their tax account and just fetch out the details that they will need to provide. So it's a whole lot that encompasses this LITAS system.
Okay, so this is just a follow up with this Library Integrated Tax Administration System nicknamed the LITAS. How different is it from the old existing tax payment platform?
So there are a whole lot in terms of differences. Like James just said, the taxpayer has their tax portal. That's one. So it gives you all of the advantage of seeing everything that happens with your account. I think this is no secret. There are times where a taxpayer, because of his or her business schedule, will seek the services of someone to proxy on his behalf. Like example, to go and make payment. And obviously, there are cases where people go and then forge that payment or forge the receipt and come to the taxpayer and say, hey, this is the receipt, I've made a payment on your behalf. But with this, it's not possible that someone can do forge a receipt and come to you and say, have made this payment on your behalf, because that payment will not be creditable to your account. So if you see your account is not credited, obviously you know that payment wasn't made. So in a way, it safeguards the taxpayer to know everything that is happening with with the actual story concerning the taxpayer's account. Secondly, the previous system was semi-autonomous, semi-automated in the sense that it never had end-to-end interfacing between the filing of the return, the raising of the bill, and then the finalization of the payment, as well as the real-time posting of these transactions to the account, and then taxpayer receiving their receipt in time. With this one, all of the system or all of the processes involved are automated. The taxpayer files a return electronically. The taxpayer has a portal for which he can access his account and file his return. The taxpayer himself or herself raise his bill. He don't have to go to the LRA to be running behind an LRA staff to raise his bill on his account. Also, the taxpayer has the luxury of accessing the system anytime, unlike the previous system at 5 o'clock. Our offices are closed and you can't do any transaction after 5 o'clock. So there are a whole lot that there are a whole lot in terms of differences that the new system brings, or that is the old system never had.
Okay, great. Let's look at the benefit now. What benefit does the new payment platform offers to taxpayer?
Like we always already have been saying. First of all, we talking about reducing compliance costs. All the time that you needed to take to be running from one place to another, that will incur additional costs for your business. So now you just have to sit either home, or even if you were abroad, you don't have to be worried, about, oh, I have to get back home because I need to go to LRA and do my bill. You can just sit online and just file your tax. And especially when you are with one of those commercial banks, that we already integrated with, you can sit right there at the same time and do the payment as well. All right, and then it provides security also, like Ambrose said. Like we've had situations where taxpayers trusted people. I remember once there was a taxpayer who can imagine up to 30,000 US dollars. He was somewhere doing mining business all the way in the southeastern region and trusted one of his guys to come and pay that tax to government. They took a receipt to him, and afterwards he came back to verify. We checked the system. The receipt was, a dubious receipt. There was no information in the system to prove that that tax was paid. That became his own loss. So, like now with LITAS, even if you send somebody to do the payment and the person says it's done, all you need to do is just log into your portal, and go and check your account balance. You will see exactly that the tax has been paid. So there's a whole lot in terms of benefit that taxpayers are going to get from this particular system.
Okay. We cannot close our eyes on the issue of fraud and all of that, but how secure is this system in terms of protecting information and all of that? How secure is it?
Yeah, in terms of security, there are a whole lot of security. In fact, for every tax administration system, the first and foremost thing that the end user, which now is the LRA, will be looking after is security, because
Okay.
there's so much data that we play with, and we are under obligation to keep taxpayer information confidential. So a whole lot wa- was placed into security. Secondly, for the fact that we are interfacing with banks, and you know how much security or emphasis that banks place on security. So for the fact that we are interfacing with these banks and other, as well as the Ministry of Finance, the IFMI system, as well as the Central Bank of Liberia. So that tells you the level of security that is behind our whole tax administration system. But to simplify,
Mhm.
there are security in terms of login. We have security in terms of login. So
Okay.
everyone has different credential
Okay.
and different access. The access that an front end person we have, an entry level person we have, wouldn't be the same access that a manager or the commissioner will have. So there are different roles in terms of security. Again, in terms of security, there are security with the integrations we have having, the integration of the commercial bank, the integration of the telecommunication company, the integration of utility companies. For each of these integrations, there are different security levels. And
Okay.
even the servers that we use, there are different security levels and different security encryption. I cannot say the detail of all of the security feature that the system has, because like it is a
Okay, so it's a
security that.
different one. So great. So Aaron ties from the International Bank IB. Aaron is for the corporate officer. This is important. What benefit does this new platform, offer to the international bank? People want to know that in terms of customer and tax payment.
Oh, I think the two gentlemen from LRA said almost everything, but just to highlight some of the things and benefit that comes along with the new platform is that it reduces the turnaround time. It also give the customer and the taxpayer the opportunity to see actually what the payment like, and the system is such that you don't need to go to LRA any longer for short. You can just sit wherever you are,
Mm-hmm.
have access to the platform,
Okay.
maybe with your tax payment ID
Mm-hmm.
or a number that will be generated by LRA.
Okay.
It grant you access to the platform. So even if your name or your business name was misspelled and all of that, you can have that. And besides, you have a verifiable or a satisfiable or genuine receipt
Mm-hmm.
that the system will generate, and you can use that. In fact, it will help you because if you were take for instance you running after your luggages or your container at a port,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have problem with waiting for flare receipt in the past
Mm-hmm.
or waiting for the manager check to be produced. It will take you 15, 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and probably you hit the bank and the bank is so crowded, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And
Okay.
but this one will actually reduce all of that. In fact, what it also provides is that it help us, the both institution, in terms of making the corrections, uh, a check and balance. It helps to bring in a level of how you got to say accountability, meaning that LRA on a daily basis will know the number of people who make payment, the taxpayer or IB customer that make payment to the system. You can easily print that up, and they will have to, on a regular basis to know what is happening.
Okay.
So in more details than in the past,
Mm-hmm.
because in the past it was strenuous, it was time consuming, and all of that. So it bring a whole lot of good things.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, we in a digital age right now. Everything is being digitized. Like in other countries, even people make deposit to ATM after 12 o'clock in the night, midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So those are things we're working on,
Your
trying to put
customer can benefit from this.
benefit directly.
And,
So
and also just to buttress, what the bank also stands to benefit is the level of reversal. There's going to be a significant reduction in the level of reversal.
Okay. Great, folks. You listen up to a special edition of the Library Revenue Authority in collaboration with IB Bank on the Breakfast Show on Truth FM. My name is O'Neill, along with Marka. Is there additional cost to taxpayers when using the platform to pay taxes? Do you have additional funds someone needs to pay?
it's absolutely free for now. Free, extremely free, nothing attached. It's just, in fact, we provide, in fact, IB, so to speak, is customer friendly already by itself.
Okay.
We earn our
Oh,
own
IB
brand.
is customer friendly.
Yeah, we've always
Okay.
been a customer friendly bank.
Mhm.
So that's one thing we can boast of. And we're not a system down bank.
Mm.
Yeah, we always up.
Oh, you now assisted down
Yeah,
bank.
I don't know, but it is. It is what it is.
After the
Yeah.
LRI interview, we'll take another one. Is that a system down?
Yeah,
Meaning, by
yeah.
the time you
IB
go to the bank,
International Bank
it's
is a
not a
bank.
system
Yeah,
down
system
bank.
bank. Yeah.
Okay.
So we
System effective.
through up. Yeah.
Great. We'll get the lines activated. Will the new platform reduce the time it takes to process tax payment in terms of time?
Obviously, O'Neill and Marka, the time it will take you to fill up a form on your phone or your computer would be far less than the time it will take you to move from your office to go to the LRA.
Mhm.
Secondly, if the system already has an interface between the LRA system and the commercial bank, so to speak, RB right now,
Mhm.
if I'm taking a form to IB for the teller to key in the details on that form, it will take the teller time to type all of the details. But if I'm taking only the document number to the
Okay.
teller, and she
Mhm.
keys in that document number and gets all of my detail, obviously there is no time. It's going to take absolutely no time to finalize that transaction. So there's going to be a significant reduction in the time it's going to take for taxpayers to complete the process from end to end.
And we also getting rid of queuing of people at BALRA or the commercial bank. The bank has its own customer base to attend to. So
Mhm.
if you want to pay tax, probably you meet people who are already there in queue. You have to sit and wait and all of those things. So now you don't have to do any of that.
Okay. So just ahead of us getting the lines activated, this new platform, this LITAS, I mean, will it solve the problem of delay in getting receipts from LRA after payment at the bank?
Absolutely.
No, no, no. Yeah, instant. It's an instant.
In fact, this
instant
is
thing.
in
It's
fact this is one of
instantaneous.
the major reason for the interfacing.
Mhm.
Okay.
So unlike before, where we had the direct transfer process, so the taxpayer will come to the LRA, process all of our transaction, and then get the bill, and then take that information to the commercial bank. Now, what happens to the commercial bank is someone going to queue in all of that information, and when that person queues in the information, because it doesn't have a direct link with our system,
Okay.
we cannot issue the taxpayer the proof of payment, that is the receipt.
Okay.
So we'll wait at the end of the day, because the MOU is at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, the bank now send us the bank statement with the detail of the transaction that was made the previous day. With that bank statement, our team will now pick the bank statement and process
No delay.
the transaction in our system. So it will take almost 2 to 3 days before the taxpayer receive her receipt in the old system. But with this, with the interface, like I said earlier, the taxpayer get a receipt instantly. You get one receipt at the point where you consummate the transaction for the teller. You get another receipt in your portal, your taxpayer portal. So you have electronic receipt and you have physical receipt. So it's in real time.
The new platform, is it available on IB internet bank or the mobile app?
Uh, we the provider is the LRA.
Okay.
So the good thing about it, the system we got, our software is the Trust Bank system, the TSS. So it accommodate for a lot of things. More modern.
Okay.
I think it's one of the reasons why we got a partnership now with LRA
Okay.
to make sure that this pilot case is
It'll be
kind
a
of
cut
working.
across all bank, all IB branches
All
across
IB
the
branches,
country.
yeah.
Okay.
But we'll have a special window for that. So we're talking about reducing the time, and this will happen in real time. So you're looking at it happening. You pay doing your payment to IB. The guy on the other end, the back office or whatever, or the customer service at LRA is already seeing what happening because you have a number that you queue in from our
Okay.
tailoring end, and you see it is live.
So need to further answer that the interface, there are a whole lot of work put into the interface because there are two systems speaking to one another. Currently, we've completed the interfacing with IB work in process. That is, you can go to any of the teller and that process is there. With respect to their online platforms, their apps and other online platforms, we are still working on the interfacing with it because there are different configurations with the different processes involved. We've completed the walk-in, so you can go to all of IB branches and walk in and do the transaction. But for the online part, we are still working on the integrations.
Great. So I'm here thinking about custom in terms of pay custom duties. I mean, this is one of the main thing people pay taxes through. Can one pay custom tax duties during latest payment platform? Can you say, is it possible?
So there are two systems within the LRA, and the two systems work with the two core departments. And the two core departments have two different functions. One department is responsible for international trade and border protection. That is, every goods that come into the country, and at every border point, you have to pay the associated custom duties. And there are different systems that are used for it, and that system is called ASECUDA.
Okay.
But for all the taxes, the inland taxes, we're talking GST, goods and services, income tax, withholding, all of the taxes that is collected within the border of Liberia, they are domestic taxes, they are inland taxes, and that is collected by the domestic tax department. And the system used for collecting domestic taxes is the Liberia Integrated Tax Administration System. So that system is the one that is integrated with all of the commercial banks. And the custom system, which is as a CUDA, is a different system, and that system is not currently what we are here to talk about. So custom duties cannot be paid using the tax system.
Okay, it cannot be paid. So the IB now, lastly, when can taxpayer and IB customers start to pay taxes with this new integrated platform?
Monday.
Wait, IB is actually LRA.
No. The reason is
Yeah,
that
they control it.
so they gotta give about. I think Monday we should be going
the
live.
system comes to life on Monday.
On Monday, effectively Monday. Okay.
And let me just give
you can try it only do your withholding. Let's see something.
only let me just give this emphasis. All right. So this is not to say that the fact that we are here talking about LITAS, it means that all areas in Liberia will be paying taxes through LITAS, because we still have some areas where We don't have commercial banks. We don't have internet services and other things. So we got our rural tax offices that will still be reaching out to taxpayers, collecting taxes from them in a manual processes. As time goes by, this system is expected to be rolled out to other big counties when we are able to meet all of the infrastructure needs. So right now, taxpayers have to do that. Secondly, taxpayers also are to be informed. Before, when we had a direct transfer payment, you could go to the bank and pay before you even think about filing. But this process now requires you to file first, because when you are going to the bank, you must carry your bill that is being generated from the LITAS system. That bill is what the bank is going to accept for now, and there's a document number that is going to be on that bill. Like we said, the teller is not going to key in all the details. As soon as the teller receives that document from you, which is your bill, and key in the document number, every other thing associated with that document number, or you, the taxpayer, will appear, and all the teller will have to do will be to execute the transaction. So let us know that before we can start with the system on Monday.
Great. Yeah, so James Kokolo, Manager Banking Services, Taxpayer Services Division, LRA, Aaron Ta, Corporate Officer, International Bank Liberia, and Ambrose Bonin, Manager Modernization and Transformation, Domestic Tax Department of the LRA, live on the True Breakfast Show relay on Voice of Liberia, Joy FM, Barna FM, Cool FM, Radio Bushwell, Spoon FM, and Punch FM relaying us live this morning. My name is O'Neill, along with Marka this morning. Let's get the lines activated at 0770 153 265.
0770-202579, 0770-202579.
Yes, we have our first caller this morning. Good morning. Morning. Good morning. Yes, you're live. Go ahead. You're live. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Coach, David, Coach. I'm glad that these guys are in studio today talking about this new system, and I hope that they can properly educate us so that we can always pay our taxes on time. I hear you talking about benefits, O'Neill. And I think the main benefit is you feel proud that you are part of the contribution of the country. When you ride in the time, when you go to hospital, you can see your taxes working, you feel good. So I urge everybody to pay taxes. But I want to ask these guys to tell us how we can get in contact with them to be better educated on how we can do the tax payment at home. I was proud in 2017, July 1, when I was honored by the LRA as the highest taxpayer in Liberia. And I want to continue. I mean, now we in the mobile, I want to continue to be a good citizen.
Okay.
So how can we come to your entity, or where can we go to learn more about how we can do this payment? Because my tax every year is 1,050 USD, but I may not be able to pay if I want to wait for July or June just at one time. I want to be doing it small. So where can we go to be better educated on how we can do this better?
Okay. Thank you. Let's pick another call on the line. Good morning. John Nuttall Wonder.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to your guests there. I mean, I thank them for the education that they're giving us with respect to what we do as responsible Liberians, to get a couple of people in the trajectory. Now, the issue here is twofold. That number one, I just spoke about the thank you. So the second issue has to do with the fact that when the LRA was this thing that we want to raise 1 billion plus, I say yes, we can do it. Nobody will want to estimate after the no company that we to put together. But that's not the deal to official government. You cannot be paying them $15,000. Then you get a deal
Joe, let's restrict to the latest thing. Yeah, the latest thing. Yeah, Joe, let's restrict to the latest. I think we're doing awareness. Then maybe sometime next week we can look at the 1 billion something. Laugh. No, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Moses Tuasoy. I'm calling you here from Pinsville, 12 houses.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell the guy in the studio, Bravo, but I want to ask two questions. I've been a sales tax for a business on Kanjotiro before, and the sales tax is 4% that is collected on all your records, your sales record at the end of the month. So if the automated system and putting it in, what kind of business does that? It will be People may honor declare. Two, the real estate. The property is appraised by an engineer and say, look, you got to pay this amount. If I'm also declaring that, so you know there's an average part of technology. Technology is good, but that he will be putting information like we say computer garage in, garage out. Another thing I want to question them is that the education is necessary because even in 1982, some people were passing around without shop. So massive revenue can be generated using support about the people selling shop that are not paying sales in communities. So NRS should take stickers around, take their ATs around, and if you get a shop you're selling, then you should be able to pay back.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to your guests and for you. Johnny from District 4. I did the voice of I got this morning I was connected for their exposé. I think they spoke well, and what they spoke on were very educated. But when I start and listen to them attentively, Marka, I didn't hear them talking about anything about this individual thing. Because I know that sometimes if you should pay taxes, there is this thing called your individual thing. So I want to call on them to throw more light on that. And then the next thing is, I don't know, what is the benchmark like to have a property before you start to pay real property or real estate tax? Thank you for having me.
Okay.
I think we're benchmark there. Even if you're empty land, you will pay. Morning.
Let's do two more calls. Yeah.
Good morning to your studio guests.
Mhm.
And good morning.
Morning.
So let me appreciate your studio guests for the level of education because the issue of tax payment, especially real estate tax, is a serious concern in our country. And I think every citizen needs to get involved with it. But I want to caution them, at least let them do a billboard so that people can know because while it is true that borrowing on the radio is very important, but also let them do a billboard. And for typical example, we are trying to red to the RIA junction, we get Fayasun junction and RIA junction. There's one billboard there. People will get to know that the education go across.
Okay. Thank you. The final one.
Yeah, one more.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
Morning, I want to say thanks to you again.
You ready to use the system now to pay your tax?
People are murmuring on the hearing about the tax payment. People are murmuring, continue saying that they are paying their taxes and they are not benefiting more, especially their community.
I mean, we talking about this tax payment system stuff. Let's leave the other.
I'm getting the politics to tomorrow. Then
let's talk about the quality of the issue. We are creating awareness on the system.
To pay our taxes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Welcome.
All right. Let's hear from you. You listen up to the callers. So let's use the next 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Marka and O'Neill. I'll respond to some of the questions, and my colleagues will also further answer the rest. One of the callers talk about honor declaration. How are we going to manage honor declaration, owing to the fact that we run a self-declaratory regime and that the taxpayer will file the return or sales tax based on the information that he wants to file. Now, this is the catch. Because it's an automated system, doesn't mean you can just submit any information to us. It even places us in a better position than when we're running the manual environment. Because the thing is, we are integrating or we are interfacing with several institutions for which we are going to get additional data and we're going to cross-reference those data. So take, for example, we interfacing with IFMIS. IFMIS is a system that the government uses for all of our transaction, procurement, goods, all of that. So if we get the information from an IFMIS system for a particular taxpayer and saying that during a particular period, that taxpayer interface with government and make a sale of 5,000 and that taxpayers file a return of 2,000 to us, you think we're going to take the 2,000 as the taxpayer declaration? No, so don't get it wrong, say because we are in an automated environment, you can give us any information and we're going to take that information and then run with it. And then As a result, you will be paying less of a tax. That is totally wrong. We took all of that into consideration. So at the LRA, we have all of the expertise to know, we have all of the information to know when you are declaring erroneous information. Secondly, with respect to real property, self-declaration is only on residential property.
Okay.
For every commercial property, you must go to an architectural firm to value your property, or you must come to the LRA to do that valuation. Any valuation that is done by self-declaration for commercial property will not be taken by the LRA. Secondly, the LRA reserve all rights to reappraise every property that they deem fit or they declare and they are not satisfied with the declared amount. And with respect of the tax identification number, which is the first entry into the tax system, this system also allows you to generate or to register on our system to obtain a TIN. But there are two kind of tax identification registration. One, there is registration for TIN for business enterprise, and the registration of businesses starts with the Labrador Business Registry. So that one is not totally square with the LRA. With respect to personal team, that is solely in the purview of the LRA. So for personal teams, you can go to our website, get the link, and then just start the enrollment for your tax identification number using the LITA system.
Yes, we run out of time, so let's hear from Aaron. Yes, as you.
I want to address the first quarter, Honorable Koti. If just in case if he finds himself around the single belt or whatever, he can stop by our offices on between 11 and 12 streets there, the International Bank headquarters, and ask for the Department of Corporate. Then we can provide the additional information or more information on the
Okay.
tax payment platform that has been created by LRA.
And just on the education side, so we are regularly involved with education, and we use all available platforms. We're going to be publishing this information regarding our integration with with International Bank on our social media platforms. So we are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, we are on Facebook, we are on WhatsApp. Whatever social media platform that you think is available, LRA is on it. We also have our call center. So if you want to talk directly to us, call on this number 0770-572-572, 0770-572-572. You can also email us on the email address info at lra.gov.lr. That is info at lra.gov.lr. And just to conclude, this is the real property tax season we are in. So for all those people or everyone in the Republic of Liberia who owns a property, be it a residential, commercial, or industrial property, the tax payment period for properties started since January. It will end by July 1st. Once you are in this time period, you comply. It means you will not have anything affecting you. But after July 1st, if you are not paid or you are not filed, then when we come now, it will incur penalties and other things. So if you want to know more about your real property tax, just contact us on those contact information that I provided.
It's 30 seconds each. We're out of time. Let's start out with Aaron.
Firstly, we want to say a big thank you to the administrative people from LRA and that of our own bank, the International Bank, and to our customer, especially the taxpayer. Please take advantage of this little platform because it will help all of us. At the end of the day, you'll be glad you have access to all the information that was provided, including your payment.
Okay.
There'll be nothing like honor payment or overpayment. What you pay is what you will see. If there's an error, if somebody's trying to cheat you or whatever, because we know it's impossible, but you still have access to you. At the end of the day, you can have a clear mind that what I pay for, I've gotten it.
Yes, Ambrose.
Yeah, thank you, Neil. To our taxpayers out there, we are exerting all effort to ensure that taxpayers uh, make good their tax liabilities with ease. We are trying as much as possible also to bring the mobile money on board, even though we have done some significant work. And with respect to the counties, we are also trying to roll out these systems to all of the counties. Currently, we are in 3 counties, and over time, we're going to get there. Thank you.
That's good.
Okay, just to the general public, we know you want to be compliant in terms of paying your taxes. The benefits are a lot. That's why we want to hit the billion. If you realize, look at the budget that is being discussed, you see that almost about half of that budget goes towards salary. Government is left with a little amount for investment. So if we're hitting billions, it can just tell you how much government will have to invest. That means you will see more new roads popping up, you will see more government school popping up, you will see more hospitals popping up, and we will see a lot of development. So we want to encourage you. Again, feel free to contact us or come to our offices and see how we can have a conversation around this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have Ambrose that are from Iran and James Kokulu they are in IB discussing LITAS. Yes. Thanks so much for all of the relay station for bringing us live this morning. Right here on the True Breakfast Show, we've been relay by Joy, Banana FM, Punch FM, Spoon FM, and Radio Bourgeois, and all our affiliate radio stations that relay this broadcast this morning. Let's go for a short break. We'll come back. We'll bring on Dr. Bonje Cassiel coming up live as we talk some education matter on the last segment of the True Breakfast Show. My name is O'Neill. Don't go away after this break.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office, partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family.
Orange Money. Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service. How to transfer money from your bank card to an Orange Money wallet with the Card to Wallet service. Go to the Orange Botswana website at www.orange.co.bw and select the drop-down menu and click on Orange Online. This will open a new tab which will ask you to sign in. Click on Sign Up to register for the Card to Wallet service as a new user. Enter your name, surname, the Orange number and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm your password, which you will then be required to sign in with every time you make a card to wallet transfer. You will then receive an email confirmation.
And so, show on the last segment of the True Breakfast Show, we talk some education matters. Keep on trying. One day, one day. Yeah, man. This is Zach and Jiva. So, show the link of our guests this morning.
True FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Keep on trying. Keep on trying. Don't give up.
Oh yeah, oh, keep on trying. No, Peter needs to bring back the voice. Great, folks, this is the True Breakfast Show. Let's link up with our guest this morning, right here on the TBS. Entertainment is part of the TBS. And of course, someone says music for the future, music for the soul. This kind of music will never come back. Yes. But once you have the message running down in the music, man, yeah, the music will never get old. Once the message is still there in the music. Zach and Jiva. Yes, keep on trying. This was the song they recorded them back then.
They
Well,
be adding a B-boy.
yeah, well, Lamco.
At that time, he was short.
Short?
Yeah, the way was short.
Yeah, not that fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. This kind of music. This music, our older people back then, Dave Michael James, then they'll vibe to this kind of music, man. These were big boy music at that time. Yes. It's right here on the True Breakfast Show. As soon as we get signal from our guy, we'll link up with our guests right here on the Breakfast Show this morning. Education Matter is coming up next. Those of you listening up to the radio, yes, let's see if we can link up with our guests live in studio this morning on the last segment of the True Breakfast Show on 96.1 The Heart and Soul of Liberia, Professional Education Association of Liberia, with the motto keeping the education profession scarce. Well, the PEAL, Professional Educators Association of Liberia. We have in the studio. Good morning to both of you. How you doing? Welcome to the True Breakfast Show. How you doing this morning?
Good. Yeah. I'm
Thank
doing
you.
good. Thank you.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, the gender equality thing. Yes, introduce yourself, madam.
Okay. I'm Dr. Cecilia Cassell, and I'm president for PEAL, Professional Educators Association of Liberia.
Okay.
And I am Duncan J. Jackson. I am the chairman of the board for PEAL.
Okay. Great. So, just brief introduction. I mean, what is this P all about? Someone's listening up to the radio and listening up to Dr. Cassell, Dr. Bookham J. They want to know what is P about.
Okay. Just to tell you a little bit about PEAL. PEAL, we are talking about those that did education.
Mhm.
We have the educated, and then we have the educators.
Okay.
So PEAL is about educators
The educated
and the educators.
and the educators.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's about educators
Okay.
and not the educators. Yeah, we are educated, but we are educators.
Mhm.
So we are able to transform the world by educating others. Yes. So we've been in the system for since 2022.
Okay.
We've been doing the groundwork. We had interim leadership.
Okay.
We are now trying to go full blast, especially where this present government has education in the arrest.
Agenda.
Yeah.
What's the aim and objective of this? Someone's listening up to this. Since almost 2 years ago, the educators that have been in existence. What's the aim and objective? What do you hope to achieve?
Well, we always hear that the system is not working well. The education system has a lot of problems. So we came together to see how we can work with the Ministry of Education and partners to see how we can move the system forward. That is all it's about. Coming, working with the ministry to develop policy, to see how policy are implemented, across the country to help the system to move forward. Because at the end of the day, they usually say, and the teachers are this, the teachers are that. So we, the educators, want to take the lead to help the system to move forward. The system, as we all know, or you may know, it has been a walk in and walk out profession for people. So it means that if you did some other profession and you can't find what you want, then you say, let me go find my little teaching job. Teaching job is not a little job because it's about making people to be who they want to be. So there are techniques in doing that. So we, the educators, now have come together and said, look, if the legal people can have an association to guide the legal profession, the medical people can come together to guide their profession. Yes, I'm called doctor, but I can go in the hospital. not because I'm called a doctor.
You have your area.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
area. If you
Okay.
send me to the hospital, I will kill.
Okay.
Because that is not my area. So educators have now decided to build a ring around the profession. If you want to come in, fine, but there are things you must do to be a part of education.
Before you
Not
come in.
not because you are educated, then you can educate other people. That is why
So
we are
so
going together.
like for example, they have the National Teachers Association of Liberia, and maybe other, for example, the Principals Association, the private school owners association, all of that. I mean, what different with the what would be the differences in function of this organization, PEW, and that of, for example, the National Teachers Association, since you are talking about different sectors having organization protecting their areas.
Uh, you want to go? Okay. First of all, the National Teacher Association, National Principal Association, Private School Owner Association, we are all part of this.
Okay.
Okay.
National Teacher Association deals with grade school level. Yeah, from K to 12. What happens to upper level? Yeah, so we have come together now to say, look, we cover the whole sector.
All of your networking
Yeah,
together.
we are part of this association.
It's a big sector you're talking
Yeah,
about.
very big sector. So they have been dealing with K to 12 all along. But then we have higher education, we have other areas. So we need to protect all, not just K to 12. So we have come together, the Association, National Teacher Association, Principal Association. We are all under this big umbrella called PEW, and then we have segment. For instance, you have the Bar Association, they have the Female Lawyer Association, and you have other
No,
associations.
we understand about. Do you have a president already? With this culture, with this educator, what's this culture like? Or you still forming?
I will allow Mr. Jackson to speak on that.
Okay, Prof.
Yeah.
Let's hear you, Prof. Jackson.
Um, Thank you very much for inviting us again. Just to add, the key reason for PU is for us to professionalize the profession, as Dr. Cassell just mentioned. You talk about Principals Association, NTAL. Yes, those are people who are also working to make sure education has quality. But Peel is saying that only people who possess the minimum of an associate degree in education can become members.
Okay.
Yes, you are a principal, you are a teacher, you've taught for more.
Yes, but you do not have a bachelor's degree nor an associate degree in education. But we are going to work with you. When you become part of PU, you begin to build your capacity. You may have the content knowledge, you may have a degree in mathematics, but that's content knowledge. But you don't have the pedagogical knowledge, you don't have pedagogical content knowledge. You know math, but you do not know how to teach math. And the ministry has challenges. The ministry is supposed to be in the 15 counties, according to the education law, with school systems, county school systems. But the ministry does not have the wherewithal, the finance, and the manpower. So PEW is coming in now to professionalize rather, the discipline sector, so that the ministry mitigate most of those challenges. It is not a contest, but we are here to ensure that people who teach must be professional teachers, even lecturers. And so we are going to be a technical arm. For instance, look at LDC, Liberia Electricity Corporation. They have a commission, Electricity Regulation.
Yeah, regulatory commission.
Yeah, post and telecom, they have the LTA, they have the telco. MIA has the county governments, they have the Peace Commission, Finance, FIU, GSC, IAS, Justice, has corrections, immigration, police, defense has defense intelligence. And as Dr. Garcia said, health sector also has the dental.
Yeah, you got it. Nurses Association,
exactly.
all these.
But
Yeah.
education doesn't have any auxiliary or technical body to assist the ministry. That's where we come in. We only have the National Commission on Higher Education, higher for K to 12, my brother. Who helps them? Okay. Teacher education. That's where we come in. That is why PU has been formed to assist, to professionalize the profession and to assist the Ministry of Education to make education worthy of what it should be.
Do you have the capacity to do so, to maybe policy advice, policy crafting, and all of that, recommendations to government, especially on the sector? Let's look at your capacity.
Dr. Bolly, Dr. Education, Dr. Romeo Houghton. So, I mean, the question is answered.
You may have the resource capacity, but most likely they could be maybe time constraint and they could not be.
That is why since 2022, we've been having meetings. As they put talk about it, and we are ready to move on.
Okay, we are ready to move on. That's great. That you want to comment on that too? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Over. So we've been going around with the things we said for 2 years, planning to see how we can move forward, not just Mosurado, how we can tackle the problems and work with people in the different counties. We are now set, and because we are set, so we had interim leadership in place.
Okay.
Now we are going for induction on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Saturday.
That's the big one.
Yeah. To tell Liberians and the world that we are ready to move the sector forward. We are not just going to sit on the fence again, but we must work with those that are in the sector. It's not a fight. No,
It's not a fight.
Not a fight.
People don't look at our system as a messy system.
Yeah.
One point in time, our former president said the entire education system is a mess. I mean,
Yeah.
also sad thing, BBC and other never had this kind of story running.
But then I was even out of the country.
Okay.
I was studying then, and then people kept asking me, "We read this. We heard your president saying this." It was so embarrassing. And then it was at the same time when the University of Liberia gave for entrance, and we had over 25,000 people failing the entrance.
Yes.
So it was also, but what is happening to your system? Now that we have the opportunity to help rewrite the wrongs that have been going on in the system, we are here to work with the Ministry of Education and other stakeholders in education to get this thing going. You know, as we said initially, you may have all your degree in whatever up to doctorate, but are you a teacher? If you are not a teacher, you stand in front of a student, you are giving them story and they are interested in what you are saying. So you always say, "Oh, my class is always noisy. The students don't pay attention. They don't do my assignment." I don't have interest in what you are saying because you are telling me story maybe I heard before, you know. But if you know the techniques to deal with students, you will keep them focused on what you are doing. So this is what we want to do: help the system to move the system forward.
So to gain the kind of relevance that you deserve, how are you working with the line institutions in education, including the ministry, the High Commission on Education, even the University of here and other line institutions?
Okay, this is where we are trying to bring them in now. We've been planning for the last 2 years, you know, putting bits and pieces together, coming up with policy, doing this, doing that. So after our induction, we are going to engage the people. Yes, the Commissioner of Higher Education Chair, I mean Director is aware,
Okay.
It's just that we have a new team at the ministry now. The old team, we
You mean the Ministry of
yeah,
Education?
the old
Okay.
team, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now we have a new team.
Mm-hmm.
So after the induction, we intend to meet the new minister, and so we can all work together.
Is he inviting the minister for both this with your program for Saturday?
Well, we decided to invite her deputies for now.
Okay.
Then when we are done, we go to her and say, "This is it."
This is it.
Yeah.
What's your take on this thing? I mean, one of our senators is on the education chair committees, and I'm not telling my gate. I mean, what's your take on it? Since you're trying to structure this whole educators, you say educators. What does it mean for the education sector?
Okay, thank you for asking a question concerning Maggie. Um, when we heard that he was appointed as the chair on the committee in the Senate, we got concerned because of the sanction. So we wrote the Senate pro tem asking her if she could help us remove him
Why?
because we felt that UC is a strong supporter of education in Liberia. And if they say we can work with you, then we felt that you would be in serious trouble. So we wrote the Senate pro tem, and she was very glad to. She invited us, and we're very happy. We sat with her, and then she explained the whole thing, the procedure to us that we didn't know. You know, as I said, every area you have your own thing in there. So she was able to tell us, well, she doesn't have the power to remove Senator McGee. And she told us everything that we didn't know. Even we are educators, but we didn't know some of the things that she
So
was.
your issue is about. I mean, the public is listening out to you. Maybe you feel that these educators have a special issue with the senator. But
No,
is it on ground of you say giving major
yes,
sponsor
yeah,
across the country in terms of education?
yeah. It's not about Magay.
Mm-hmm.
Magay is our brother. He is Liberian. We are not against him. What we don't want, the sector is struggling already. And if people who are helping the structure to move forward, they are saying, no, we can't work with you who head in the sector, we got concerned.
Okay.
So after the meeting before the meeting with the Senate pro tem, our Magay invited us.
Okay.
We said, no, we can't shoot ourselves in our legs. We have sent letter to the Senate pro tem already. So we can't meet you until we meet her.
Mm-hmm.
So after the meeting with her, we met him.
Okay.
And we told him the issue. You are very, very welcoming. And he told us, I hope he's listening.
Is he willing to back off?
He's willing.
Okay.
But on the condition that if he sees that there is a problem, you say it's not willing, or the American government is not willing to support the sector because of him, he's willing to back off.
Okay.
Yes. So
on that condition.
On that condition. But since he took over, he had been working with them.
What did the pro tem said? I mean, with your meeting, just before going to meet
we're not going into detail because but I will just tell you that she told us that she doesn't have the power, and they will need to try votes to get him out and whatever. So we're not going to go beyond that. Maybe some of her hearing but not speaking out. So we're not going to say that, but she told us that she can do it on her own.
Let me just take you back. Yeah. Do you think the education sector in Liberia can once more be attractive? Back then, students used to leave from Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, and come to attend the great University of Liberia and other institutions. I mean, Liberia have gone far backward. What's your take?
Yes, we can make it. We just need people to, like Ghana. I went to school in Ghana. I did my master's in Ghana. Besides the Ministry of Education, they have the Ghana Education Service. You know, it's a regulatory arm of the Ministry of Education.
Okay.
The ministry will develop the policy, and these people will ensure that the policies are implemented. So we need to come together, and that is why we are coming together to see if we can do the same.
Okay.
I went to school in Ghana, and I must say here, I'm boasting now that they say Ghanaians are very smart, but we met them there, we left them there, and we got our honor. And we came back. So Liberians are good. It's just that our system.
And we're struggling with our own system.
Yeah, we're struggling. They have all that they have, and we could go there and leave them there. So definitely, if we come together and really handle the system, take care of the system the way it should, we can go back and even do better than what it was before. So we have come together as a team to see how we can work with the ministry and other agencies to see how we can move the system forward and bring it to where it is to be and go beyond.
Okay, let's talk about the upcoming event. What are the lineup of our activities?
Okay. The induction will be held at Stars College uh, on the airfield, not the one at Sharks, but the one around where you call it
The new campus.
the new campus.
Yeah, the Barrows are there.
The guest speaker will be Dr. Wonkoya,
Okay.
the chairperson for the National Commission on Higher Education. The occasion will be graced by USAID, EU, UNESCO, and UNICEF. We've invited all of those people, hopefully, and even RTI, RTI test. Hopefully, they will be there. Those who will be inducted are Dr. Cecilia Cassell as the president.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Charles Bolly,
Okay.
the vice president, and Stevenson City as member of the board. The chairman of the NTL, Mary Yuma, will be inducted as member of the board.
Okay.
Dr. Benjamin Way, member of the board.
Okay.
Professor Lydia Matthews
Okay.
at Teachers College. Mr. Derek Dennis as the assistant secretary general. Lydia is the secretary general.
Okay.
And Madam Pauline passed away. In your humble servant, Dr. Jackson will be. I mean, I'm not Dr. Yeo.
Okay. Professor. Okay.
You're almost there.
I'm almost there.
You're almost there.
Yeah.
You're a candidate.
Yes, Mr. Jackson.
Okay. Well, I'll put a prof there. Okay.
Jackson will be inducted as the chairman of the board. You see, look, when investors come to Liberia, you send them to the NRC, National Investment Commission. Why should you see award projects to educational groups and NGOs and educators
struggling?
And they have the skills and they are not referred to. Why should appointments be made? Why should square pegs be put in round holes? You know, and so what we're saying here is that we are coming together. You see the principal association, the private school proprietors, and all of that. People is going out there to look for scholarships, to look for assistance projects, and we're going to award those organizations. That's what the network is. We are going to be like the benefactor, and they are going to be the beneficiaries. Okay, so that is the way we are looking at people. So the organizations we're talking about, they all will be present tomorrow. The program, I mean, on Saturday.
Okay.
The program starts.
What time is it? Okay, 11:30.
Sharp. You know, when you have these international guests, they are always on time. So we're going to start sharply on time.
Okay.
And we are calling on the general public to just walk in. There will also be little lunch.
Okay, yeah. That's after it. Yes, stewardship of a country, you don't compromise the education in our health sector. You don't play with it. Yes, if a country will be a solid one. Great. Let's take some public reaction. This morning, right here on the True Breakfast Show, 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia, Dr. Cecilia Cassell, and that of Professor Blanco J. Jackson, live on the last segment of the TV.
Yeah, but before the reaction, excuse me.
Yeah.
We talk about the arrest agenda.
Okay.
Or in there, you have the E is education.
Yeah.
We know that there is an education ministry, but we have the conviction that there will be done. So we have a concept paper that will be presenting
to the minister.
No, not the minister.
Okay. Okay.
That we could take as a group and the steps that we should take and how we walk in to an intersection, you know, a networking intersection where we all can celebrate the success of President Joseph Marka.
So if you have to succeed now, your collaboration that the Ministry of Education, I mean, should be smooth. If you have to succeed, or otherwise, I mean, you confront some difficulties.
Definitely.
And that is why after the program,
Okay.
in turn, they help give a copy of the document, to help that we are here to help the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, let's see if we can get some public reaction this morning. 0770-153-265.
0770-202579.
Yes, go ahead and call
Yes,
us.
these are numbers you can call to participate this morning. We're talking about education. So you can call us on 0770-202579. Let me take this first caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka Davis. Let me say good morning to our big brothers and our education professional in studio. My name is Moses Sonia. I actually appreciate them, and I like how the trend education is taking. People are coming out to separate class. Yesterday, I listened to one bit on OKF, and now I see that I'm very happy. I was in the classroom 7 years ago when I graduated from the KRC. On the 10 years, I supported the Liberia Teacher Training Program. We should appreciate American people. Earlier, one of your guests mentioned that knowing mathematics does not mean you can teach. Teaching is a very unique profession. And I went into it with the mind that I'm not in service to my country. Nothing to pay me. Those the compensation, the strong one. Why for 14 months without being paid? And because when I was going there, I knew the purpose of the elected paying got objective. What is my objective? One of them said, people take teaching like a husband, girl. You graduate to the moment, school you teach. No. These teachers are lessons. You get lesson like a nerd. So I really appreciate them, and I want to pray that like they have said, the name of the council, you're listening, please, this is the everybody for something effort to tackle the issue. I got kids, I got 3 girls that are in school. Tomorrow when I went to school, when I was there in school, I don't want it to be.
Okay.
So I'm grateful to them. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Moses.
Great. Let's speak on Dr. Benjamin Wade, the president of La Cosa Teacher College. Good morning, Dr. Wade. You live.
Jackson has said it. What I wanted to just say is that imagine a group of educators coming together, not being selfish, unlike before, not thinking that this one has this own, he can associate with this. Not thinking that because government have appointed a group of people and not appointed them so they cannot contribute. For me, this is a new beginning for Liberia that we all have advocated for. Put our minds to see the changes we are able to give to our country in our lifetime. That's all we have. We don't have to be ministers or directors or so. I think the government should welcome us with an open arm, sit around the table, give our suggestions whenever it is needed. And I think that's the way we all thinking about. Thank you for this collaboration.
Thank you, Benjamin Wade. Yes, 0770-153-265.
0770-202579 is the number. Call and let's talk about education. This caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a pleasure for morning to your guest in the studio. I joined the discussion on district school. And this is the voice of Apple Junior. Marka, whenever I hear discussion that surrounds education, it brings so much joy to my heart. And all of them get the studio, I know their potential, their data. But I came to ask this question this morning because on the last year, also 2 years that we have in the country, there has been this conference, this international conference that they organized when Dr. Wade was one of the chief organizers of that program in Liberia. So in line with what they are planning as a lead to help our teachers, to strengthen them, to give them more insight in the classroom, are they going to continue that time when they are going to be conducting this international conference where we have guests from other surrounding countries, like Ghana, Sierra Leone, and even so are they going to be taking
Okay.
All right. Great. Let's pick this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you. Let me say morning as well to Marka. During the conversation this morning on this show, and there's a voice of PW.
Melvin, your background. Sorry, I will let you go. I'm hearing a lot of noise in the background. So if you're in the classroom, Yeah, but then if you leave away from the market now, so you can get going.
Morning, please lower your monitor. Go ahead, sir. That way is not here.
That way in studio.
No.
Is that way my guest scholarship?
I'm trying.
Yeah, that yeah, wait and see my guest scholarship.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Good morning to you both. This is okay. And good morning to the studio guests. I just want to let these people and let Liberia know that we have so many decent, educated people here. Electing people who cannot do the job will only strain our country and hold us back more. What we need to do is to promote these people. If the government of Liberia, anybody from the government of Liberia is listening to these people, they ought to promote the agenda immediately. But let me make a little joke here. If they don't implement it, let them call me and I will. Who's going to be having a doctorate degree? I say, bravo. I tell you to remember this. Country first.
In the midst of all.
Thank you for taking my call. In the midst of all. Thank you for taking my call.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me take Abbas, good morning. Good morning, you're live. Go ahead.
Thank you. Let me say thank you to the guest. And I would also like to place emphasis on the issue of people who are teaching and they don't have license.
Okay.
It's very important. And this is one aspect they have to look at very seriously. You see people floating everywhere. You see schools that are not registered. You see schools that are not standard. And all of those things. So all of these are contributing to the thorough education system of the country. So I would also appreciate that they focus on the lightning of people who call themselves teachers. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Yes. You listen up to the callers? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, let me come in with the international relationship, as one of the callers asked. We are not only going to be looking at local logistics or local support. We are making all efforts. For instance, you have this Harvard Mason Scholarship, and they train mid-level career people, sometimes in finance and other professions, but they don't have anything in education. So we are making efforts to have some of our educators to go to Harvard on such a scholarship.
Okay.
We are also going to make efforts to work with ECOWAS, the West African region, so that our educators can become qualified and even hold positions at those levels. The Mano River Union, the African Union, that's where we are looking. We also want to be a part of the global, the GPE, Global Project, the Global Partnership of Education, the Global Partnership in Education, GPE and Education International. Those are groups that come to Liberia and they work with Liberia, the Education Ministry. That is why we are positioning ourselves to receive those people and work with them so that our educators, our colleagues, so that they can benefit and move the education sector forward. Someone talk about license. We have these teacher training schools around, many of them. When you graduate, you are awarded a certificate. The MOE recently set up a licensure board. We're going to work with that board. Working with them means we will also do monitoring and evaluation. A DO may be assigned to a sector or a district, but it has so many schools. We are going to supplement what he or she will be doing, making sure that someone who is in a classroom, if he doesn't have a license, we're not going to kick them out, but we're going to make sure we build that capacity. Because if a man is the only teacher across the river in River says, you can remove him. Then there is a vacuum. So we are going to take the capacity development there to him to ensure that the gap that we have 60,000 teachers in Liberia according to the 2020 census, the MOE itself. And the MOE also said that out of the 60,000, 30,000 are not qualified. So you see the task we have ahead of us. The ministry alone cannot handle that. So we can be here as degree holders, the educational, experienced people, and we say, oh, since they didn't appoint us as ministers or directors, let's sit and watch them for. No, we are not going to do it. We're going to scaffold them. Because only education called scaffolding. That's what we're going to do.
Okay, let me add something when it comes to the licensing of teachers. The process started already under the past leadership. The policy had been developed, uh, passed now. We are just waiting for the implementation. Unfortunately, I was one of those who worked with the group that did the document, and the vice chair of P, the vice president, led that group to do that. So we know about the licensing. So everything in our document we are aware.
We're all part of it.
We're all part of it. So we are going to work with the ministry to ensure that the process is on. They need to set up a test bank. We are also going to work with the ministry to ensure we do the test bank and everything. So we came to help, as I continue to say, and not to fight. We came to help to move the system forward and take it back to where it used to be and even make it better because we are talking technology now. Before we did not know that. So we want to move forward. Where is going technology and technology and technology. So we need to make it better for everybody.
So talking about technology, we intend to establish a database of all teachers within the republic. Yes, if your vision is not bigger than you, it's not a vision. All teachers, qualified, unqualified, semi-qualified, and what have you. And so if you establish a school and you needed teachers, you will just tell us where you are, the location, and we will vet the teachers for you and present those teachers to you to teach at your school. The ones who are not qualified, we will come there and build their capacity. So that database, the people who are licensed, they will have their license numbers. Everywhere they go, they will show that number and will show in the database. If you want to authenticate anything, the new teacher tells you, you only need to come back to us, and we're going to be working in collaboration with the ministry. We're not going to be working in isolation. We're going to take advice from them, and it's going to be like a fine, smooth partnership. That's how we want to go.
Okay, yes. So it's a minute of
Your parting comments, and probably we want to recap the big happening on Saturday. Yes, let's listen up.
Okay. The induction program for PO official will be done on Saturday at the Star College on the Airfield Paro Practice Ground. We are inviting the public to come and join us. Whether you are an educator, you are educated, you are not educated, you are invited. Because at the end of the day, when the system is good, your children, your grandchildren, be a market woman, yana boy, pimping rider, they will all benefit from the system. So it's not about us, it's about Liberia as a whole. So we are inviting you to join us on Saturday on the airfield for this program. And let us all work together. Parents, we need your support. Market women, we need your support. Yana boys, we need your, even the journalists in the studio. When the system is good.
So I tell you, leave the people of the fourth STL.
Okay. So,
we have to enforce it after doing all of it, and the Ministry of Education, you can get along with them, then we start echoing the law. MOE, please sit with these people here. They like you work together.
So quickly, on that day at the venue, there will also be another activity which will be also major. The school leadership refresher training will be ongoing. We will have Dr. Molly and other speakers, Dr. Way, and that will also be a compartment of the induction ceremony. They all will take place at the same place. So as Dr. Cassell said, the fourth estate, you are welcome. We want you to, give us this awareness. We want to have a close relationship with you, because without the media, we can blow our horn. So I want to thank you for inviting us to your studio. We'll be available anytime you want to talk about education.
Thank you, brothers. I'll go home this morning. Right here on the True Breakfast Show 96.1. Dr. Cecilia Cassial, Professor Blongon J. Jackson, closing us up on the Thursday edition of the True Breakfast Show. It's been wonderful serving breakfast since 7:30 this morning. Tomorrow is a national holiday. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time at 7:30. In the midst of all, country first, on behalf of the entire team, Rachel Lucini, Butler, Marka Davis. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts saying have a blessed Thursday. I'll talk to you on tomorrow morning. Until then, bye-bye.